Malaysians, it's 16 today and it's 8:30 Perth time. I'm speaking from my home. Today I particularly like to address the problem raised by the Chinese educationalists association. I forget their name. Some Chong Kong or something like that, you know. This is a group of representing Chinese educators in Malaysia. Today we read in the Malaysian Insider that Najib, or rather Mahyudin, has offered to make Kah Seong, or one of those Chinese MCA bigwigs, Minister of Education. Can you believe it? For all these 60 years, they never bother with the Chinese. They never bother with the Chinese. As a matter of fact, they put a lot of the Chinese educators behind bars under ISA if they so much as make a squeak about Chinese education in Malaysia. And now they want to make Kah Seong, or one of those crazy MCA anti-Chinese leaders of MCA, Minister of Education. How do you like that? Don't forget, for all 60 years, UMNO has never given a passing glance at Chinese education. If anything, the UMNO has tried all out to destroy Chinese education. And why this turnaround is because this so-called Barisan Nasional, and is one which I say is not Barisan Nasional but is UMNO, because there is no Barisan Nasional left, is because they are on their last legs. Look at all the ceremas that attended the rally organized by Pakatan Rakyat, by Tien Chua, by especially Dato Sri Anwar and a few others, you know. But the mainstay, the main effort, the Herculean task was borne by Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. I'm not known to him. He is not my friend. I wish I could be his friend, but he's not my friend. And all the same, I support him because I believe he has shown a bright future for Malaysia. What is the bright future? The bright future is that Malaysia now is gradually drawing down, is gradually losing the complexion of racism in our politics. Anwar Ibrahim, pass, mind you, and of course Lim Kit Siang, no doubt about that. I mean, we don't have to mention Lim Kit Siang because definitely he is for a multiracial Malaysia. But Dato Sri and even PAS admit that there is no good result, no good return, no good profit for a racist Malaysia. Even PAS now feels non-Muslim, non-Malay candidates who are called associate members, well, it will be just a short distance to integrating the associate members of PAS into PAS, and PAS will therefore become a multiracial political party. But of course, on the issue of whether you need to be Muslim to be members of PAS, that is something else. That is not a racial thing. That is a religious thing, and PAS has every right to exclude non-Muslims from participating in the politics of PAS. I say we support Dato' Nik Aziz and the very liberal and wise policy of PAS to water down racism and eventually to remove racism from our political life. This is one time when, at last, in 60 years of politics, somebody, Dato' Sri Anwar, somebody, Dato' Nik Aziz, somebody, Mr. Lim Kit Siang, somebody, Mr. Tony Phua, these somebodies have had the guts to voice the forbidden idea that Malaysia could become a multiracial society. To the world at large, Malaysia touts itself, postures itself as multiracial. To the world, they say Malaysia is multiracial. To the world. But when in actual fact, we who live in Malaysia, we know that that is not true. That it is all a Malay-centered society, a Malay-centered government, a Malay-centered political party. Well, one other note I like to make is this. I ask PAS to bury your differences, whatever differences you have with Anwar or with PKR, you need to bury your differences. You must appreciate people are members of PAS. This is one big fact you have to admit, that Dato' Sri Anwar is the main force, the main moral, strategic, and the spirit of the opposition. Dato' Sri Anwar is the spirit and soul of the opposition. If Dato' Sri Anwar had not opted to begin a new party at the time when he was released from prison, then today there is no opposition. If Dato' Sri Anwar had not had the nerve of steel, if he did not have the steel iron bar of conviction, today we will not see Malaysia that is at the turning point. We have to respect Dato' Sri. I salute you, Dato' Sri Anwar. You are the best Malay leader that Malaysia has ever produced in all these years of independence. I compare you without doubt as the equal of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, who I admire immensely. I say to you people in Malaysia, forget about racism. Think of raising a bigger pie instead of shrinking the pie smaller and smaller, with most of it going to a handful of Malay leaders who hawk the position, not by merit, not by their leadership, but because they are the sons of Tun Razak or Tun Mahathir or Tun Mustafa or whatever, you know, all the bloody Tuns, okay? So forget about it. Go for a Malaysia that is multiracial. Go for a Malaysia that respects meritocracy. This is the road that is charted out by Pakatan Rakyat, and it is the only road left for Malaysia. If you do not vote in this new Pakatan Rakyat opposition into government, then Malaysia is lost forever. Remember this one thing, Malaysia is wealthy. Yes, you think Malaysia is wealthy, but no, Malaysia is not wealthy. 40% of your revenue comes from oil. 40% of the national revenue comes from Sabah and Sarawak. And what do Sabah and Sarawak get for being members of the Federation of Malaysia? Nothing, zero. Do they get the scholarships for their Sabahans? Are the two chief ministers of Sabah and Sarawak, are they Kadazans, Dayaks, Sabahans, Muruts or Ibans? Are they? Well, they are not. But 99% of Sabah and Sarawak are made up of Kadasan, Dayaks, Iban, and Muruts, and all these other native groups. So what do you say to that? Why do you people in Sabah and Sarawak support the Malays? The Malays spit on you. The Malays piss on you. You know, why do you support the Malays? Vote against UMNO. The only party that you need to respect is Pakatan Rakyat. Because with a new government that is formed by Pakatan Rakyat, people of Sarawak and Sabah, you will also insist on your right to renegotiate the Federation of Malaysia agreement, which in its original state bestowed on you equal status with other Malaysians. But in actual fact, under the demonic government of Tun Mahathir, the original Malaysia agreements are torn to shreds, so that now your country, Sabah, your country, Sarawak, you produce 40% of the national revenue and you get 5% of your stake. That is crazy. I say to you now, do everything you can, muster all the support you can to kick UMNO out of power. You see, on the peninsula side of Malaysia, 95% of voters now choose Pakatan Rakyat. And what are you in Sarawak and Sabah? What are you to choose UMNO? Are you crazy? Are you so damn stupid that you will do something which 90% of Malaysians have decided is the wrong way to go? Well, I'll get back to you again. Okay, bye-bye.